Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know, as a father of two young daughters, 11 and 14, I'm always looking for phenomenal examples to share with them of female achievement in business. I want them to be successful. I want them to have examples and individuals to look up to so that they know that it can be done, that other women have been there, other women have achieved, and they can reach out, work towards any success or any destination they choose, and get there. Today I'd like you to meet the little-known first black woman to sit on a Fortune 500 corporate board. As I was discussing achievements yesterday with my children from the black community, because of the Juneteenth holiday, I was trying to find some representational examples to share with my kids. And we got to a point in our conversation where we asked who was the first black woman to join the board of a large U.S. public company. And until recently, we found out, a quick Google search would have directed us to Dolores Wharton, a prominent foundation executive who was married to the late Clifton Wharton Jr., who is the former Rockefeller Foundation chair and CEO of TIAA, and he was also a university president, an extremely accomplished gentleman indeed. But that information turned out to be incorrect. According to findings unearthed 2 years ago by Black Women on Boards, a networking and board training organization, the first black woman on a Fortune 500 board, one member discovered, was actually Patricia Robert Harris, who was a late American lawyer, cabinet secretary, and diplomat who was elected to the board of IBM in 1971. Wharton had joined the boards of Kellogg and Phillips Petroleum in 1976. Now, Harris's feat is amazing and something that my daughters got really excited about. Breaking into an apex of corporate power once reserved for men is not only recognized by the world's search engine now, but it's also celebrated in a great new TV show that's coming called On Board. It's going to be a documentary about Harris and the women who followed suit, often as the first or only black women in the boardroom. So it's phenomenal. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait till it comes out. I know we'll be watching it, recording it. It's going to be great. Marilyn Santil, co-founder of BWOB and co-executive producer and co-producer of the new show On Board, says the film is part of a wider mission to normalize black women's corporate success and show fellow black executives that there's a pathway to the boardroom because someone went first. And you know, it's the same types of things I've been trying to do with you over the last 2 months, is represent success to you and ideas that can help you to be successful. And then we look back and we see women like Patricia Robert Harris, somebody who had repeatedly done that similar activity throughout her entire career. She was truly an amazing woman. Let me tell you a little bit about how amazing she actually was. Harris graduated from the George Washington University Law School first in her class. In 1960, by the time she got a call from IBM, she had been a corporate lawyer, the dean of Howard University School of Law, an organizer for the Democratic Party, co-chair of the National Women's Committee for Civil Rights, and the first black woman to become an ambassador to Luxembourg. IBM was not her only board. She later served on those of Scott Paper and Chase Manhattan Bank. Harris left her IBM directorship in 1977 when she was invited to the U.S. Cabinet, serving as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development until later as Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare during the Carter administration. Before her HUD appointment, she sat for a Senate committee hearing, which produced an exchange that became part of her legacy. When a lawmaker suggested that Harris, by then among DC's elite, excuse me, when he suggested by then that she may not be of the people, she responded forcefully. I just can't honestly believe that. Senator, to say that I'm not by and for and of the people is to show a misunderstanding of who I am and where I came from, said Harris. If my life has any meaning at all, it is that those who start as outcasts may end up being part of the system. I completely agree with that statement, because you know what? It doesn't matter where you came from, what your upbringing was, whether you were poor, rich, it doesn't matter. If you want something in your life at any point in time, at any age, all you have to do is just go get it. You change the programming in your supercomputer, and then you move forward in the direction of your goal. You set that destination. You never stop working until you get there. You will get there. Everybody gets there every time. It works for every single one in every single circumstance. You just never quit. And Miss Patricia Harris, you are a great example of somebody who never quit, continued to move forward, and I am proud to represent you to my children. You are among one of the most amazing women I think I've ever read about. And you know, when Miss Harris died in 1985, obituaries outlined the remarkable trajectory of her life. How couldn't you? I mean, who do you even know, male or female, who's accomplished as much as this woman? It's amazing. She was born into a working class family in Illinois. Like I said, she attended Howard University on a scholarship, graduated summa cum laude before working her way into DC's inner circle. Friends and colleagues described her to the New York Times as a lawyer with a steel-trap mind, and self-assured leader with a certain duality about her, at once tough and sharp, yet extremely charming. Sounds to me like she was representing all the faculties that we discuss here in our day-to-day conversations. But Miss Patricia Harris, we wanted to represent you today in this video because you're a fine example of leadership and of accomplishment. And we just want to thank you for your service. Friends, that's our video for today. I care about you. I know you can do it. I will always believe in you. And I'll be back here tomorrow to talk to you again. Have a wonderful day.